What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys. Here today I got a request to make an updated kicker guide, just based off of who I think are the best kickers. So I'm going to be going over that for kickers and punters. I'm going to do my top 5, counting down from 5, and then I will obviously go all the way up to 1. So I'm going to start with the punters just because obviously I think they're a little bit not as important, I guess you can say. And I don't know all of the overalls by heart, so I'm just going to try to go to them and then go ahead and do it that way. I believe the number 5 on the list is going to be a little bit lower, and we're going to go ahead and see if I can find him in here. And there he is. It is Chris Jones coming in at number 5 on the list. And the reason I like Chris Jones at number 5 is I think speed is definitely underrated when it comes to punters, because if you have this guy doing your kickoffs or even your punts, sometimes 78 speed, if you have someone that has like 64 speed, let's say, or 78, the 78 speed might get in the way of a kick returner or a punt returner. And I know it sounds kind of silly because it is very slow still, but that speed differential sometimes can make a difference. And he's still got 91 power and 92 accuracy, so it's still a pretty good punter in my opinion. And he's, he is decently expensive, but that's because he is a Theme Builder 2 card. But if you kind of want a little bit more of a budget, I think he is decent, at the very least. So in my opinion, he's not bad. Definitely number 5 on the list. Coming in at number 4 is Johnny Hekker. And the reason I think Hekker comes in so low on my list is because of the speed. He has great kick power and great kick accuracy, so 95, 93. But he only has 68 speed, and I actually think he might have the highest kick power and accuracy combined on here. But like I said, he's pretty slow, and it does make a difference. I've definitely noticed the difference. I mean, 68 and then something like 76 is a pretty big difference. 76, you're getting close to that 80 mark, and you're not giving up that much power or accuracy. Honestly, punters, you don't really go for that much power and accuracy because you really as long as you can aim it pretty well. And then if your kick power is 92, 93, I mean, that's still going to be pretty good. Sometimes punting it the farthest isn't always the best, in my opinion anyway. So coming in at number 3 is going to be Tress Wade. And the reason I have him at coming in at number 3 is because he has 96 kick power, 89 accuracy is a little low. You would like to hit that 90 mark, and then 76 speed. So he is pretty fast, and he has pretty ridiculous kick power. So he is very good at kickoffs as well. And then the 89 accuracy, it's not bad. Like I said, you would want it a little bit higher, but it's still usable in my opinion. So that's why I have him coming in at number 3. There's not too much differential in these cards, but that is the order I have it in. Coming in next is Ray Guy, and I will say this about Ray Guy, which is he does have a power-up, so that definitely plays into it a little bit. So he's only got 73 speed, but he's got 94 power and 91 accuracy, and like I said, he does have a power-up as well, so I think that's definitely very, very beneficial in my opinion. It's a pretty good card. I don't think it's something to really pay that much for if you don't really need an upgrade. In my opinion, I don't really care to pay that much for a punter. I mean, I have the 85 Jordan Berry just for theme team, but 85 kick power and 82 accuracy, honestly, I don't even really punt the ball that much, but he does perfectly fine. His accuracy is good enough for me. 73 speed does help on the Ray Guy. So that's why I have him coming in at number 2. And then number 1, I do have Michael Dickerson coming in. And the reason is he does have 95 kick power, 91 accuracy, and 76 speed. So if we compare him to Ray Guy, we can see he has 1 more kick power and 3 more speed. He doesn't have a power up, which definitely, plays into it. But I think he's a very, very good card. Like I said, the speed definitely plays into it for kickoffs, because if you're not going to have a kicker that has great speed, then maybe you want a punter. Or if you do have a kicker that has good speed, then maybe that's not as important for you, and then you go with someone like Johnny Hekker. But he's probably the best in my opinion overall. He has good accuracy, good power, good speed. pretty much everything you need. I guess if you're also looking for throw power, you could try to throw that in. You know, someone like Ray Guy does have a lot more throw power than Michael Dickerson, but I never throw at my punter, and I probably never will, to be honest. So definitely not something I'm looking to use. So we will move over to the kickers, and I did my top 5 on these as well. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So coming in at number 5 is going to be, I believe he should be a 93. Actually, I might be wrong, or he might just not be in here. Maybe he was a 90 to 91, or maybe he was in the higher tier, and I just didn't see him. So he might be in the higher tier, so let's go ahead and check that out in the 94, 95s. And it doesn't look like he's actually in here, but it's going to be Rosas. I thought he was a 93, so I guess I just can't find him. He's not in here, but it's going to be Rosas. He's got pretty good stats. He's not that fast, but he's got decent kicking stats. They're both 90s, so I do think that he should come in at number 5. In my opinion, we're just going to go ahead and actually type it in and see if he will pop up. I don't think he's going to be here. I don't think he's actually here, unless he's actually a lower overall than I even assumed. Yeah, and they just don't have his high overall card here. I guess no one is using him, but he's pretty good in both stats. So either way, I think he is definitely a decent card to have, in my opinion. Definitely going to be more budgeted than some of these other cards, but probably not going to be as good. So coming in at number 4, I have Olindo Mare coming in. And the reason is he's got 71 speed, 92 kick power is a little underwhelming for a kicker, but he's got 94 accuracy. So if you really want someone with accuracy, he's definitely a good person to have, but his kick power is a little low. Definitely you want someone that can kick it from like 55 to 60 yards pretty confidently. And I don't know if Olindo Mare is that guy. So if we compare him to my Boswell, he obviously is going to be better than my kicker, so if it was someone like me, I could definitely use an upgrade on him, but I'm using Boswell because he is a theme kicker, so it's still a decent, even 89, or 93 power, is still pretty good on Boswell. You know, one better than Mare, he still can kick it from pretty much anywhere, so accuracy being 5 lower hasn't been too big of a problem for me. So I do think Olindo Mare is good, but I wouldn't say he's a number 1 kicker. I'd rather pay up for one of the other players, and coming in at number 3 is going to be Vinatieri, and he's kind of the same as Olindo Mare. He's got 92 and 94, but he's only got 56 speed. The only reason I have him at 3 is because he does have a power up. So does Olindo Mare, but that's the only reason I have him at 3 and higher than someone like a Rosas. But the reason I have him at 3 is because I think the other 2 are way better in my opinion. His power, once again, is low. You know, 92 is not bad, but it's not that high. But his accuracy 94 is amazing. And then if you have a punter that has speed, you wouldn't really need him to have speed, so that wouldn't really matter. But that's really all preference. Do you want a punter that has speed, kicker that has speed for kickoffs and things like that? Coming in at number 2 is going to be one of the more expensive ones, and that's why I have him at number 2. It's just going to be the Zane Gonzalez, because he's got 97 kick power, which is amazing, 87 kick accuracy, and then 76 speed. So he's pretty fast, he's got great kick power, and his accuracy is still pretty decent at that 87 overall. You know, his accuracy is going to be a lot lower than people on this list, but his power is going to be crazy. So you can pretty much kick it as far as anyone with this kicker. But the person I have coming in at number 1 is going to be Jake Elliott, because he only gives up 1 power, he gets 1 more accuracy, and he's also got 81 speed. So now you're really getting up there in speed, and especially if you're going to use him as the person that kicks off, 81 speed actually is very useful. I know people say it doesn't really matter on your kickers, which could be true depending on what you do. For my instance, I always sky kick it on kickoffs, so honestly, I probably wouldn't need someone like this. But if you're someone that kicks it off deep, or, you know, you play a lot of like mutt squads, 81 speed is going to be pretty good to be able to use her. You know, even if they like block your kick, he might like get in the play every once in a while. Just different ways that, you know, he can get in the game, because he does have that 81 speed. Really, it just comes down to preference on kickers and punters. Like I said, I use both theme punters and kickers just because of the fact, you know, they work in my theme, and honestly, there's not that big of an issue with them. I'm still kick field goals fine, even online. And honestly, I don't really punt that often. So it's really preference, like I said. my special teams, I just use Jordan Berry and Boswell, but it's really preference. Definitely use what you want. I use Boswell to kick off as well. That being said, definitely let me know in the comments below who your favorite kicker and punter is, or if you have any questions. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe, turn on that post notification bell, and as always, I will see you next time.